family away from my Carolina home. Had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and shifting 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. Sinning was the big thing, Lord, and Satan was a star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And blood lined the streets. Men were shot down for the sake of having fun, or just to hear the noise of their 44 guns. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave. Tears flow free for her man couldn't save. Shot down in cold blood by a gun that carried fame, all for the useless and no good, worthless claim. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, YouTubers and friends. Welcome to another Tuesday Night Hangout Live with Dano, Rose, our Vixen, and no ToledoJess tonight. He had to take the night off, but we have a friend of ours. I've had the pleasure of meeting her on the river. Racheal from JrzyRae Digs. I almost said the other. JRZY. Oh my goodness, and I kill myself. But you know, we're gonna have the best time anyone could have on a Tuesday night. So stick around and enjoy. Stick around and join us. Man, what a day. We'll be right back. Hey, YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live with ToledoJess, Dano, the Treasure Vixens, and I.
We're hot, aren't we?
Yes, you're hot, Rose. You're really hot.
Wow.
Well, good evening, everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Good evening, Nick Moeller.
Howdy doody, Bill, Ohio Really Center. There's JP.
Our good friend from down under, Terry Marshall. Good to see you.
We got Otis in the room, Otis Ferris. What's up, Otis?
Hey, David Villa. No, I'm just kidding.
David Villa.
David Villa. Villa. Who else do we have? Metal Tacting, New Jersey, or North Carolina. Got that Jersey in my head for some reason. Oh my goodness.
You can't forget Mr. Lodak out there sheriffing up the chat.
The world's greatest moderator, Mr.
Terry Curry.
Lodak. Americanized, I guess, huh,
Oh,
David?
who's here, Ed? Ron for the hills.
Run for the hills. Mining. Our friend from New England, Ron. Good to see ya.
Whistle Pig Digging. Welcome.
Pete. Beaner, buddy. How you doing? Good to see ya. Mrs. JP and the Bulldogs.
We got Brewers Prospecting.
Yeah, and we have Rocky Mountain Live Prospect. Been a long day today, a long day.
I see Heavy Meadow Detective slipped in there.
Pinger Prospecting, Pinger, and the Carolina Boys.
Don G.
What's up, Ron?
Ron F in the house.
What up, Ronnie?
Whistle Pig Digging.
Dennis Hendrick. He's here.
Right on, right on.
CB for life.
Ottis Ferris, good to see you, brother.
I think he met up with a few people in California this
I
last week.
I I know that was bad, huh? I don't know. A couple years ago, I did it, and it sounded like crud ever since. I don't know what. Not saying I could ever sing like Bruce Dickerson anyway. Dennis. Good to see you, Dennis and
Oh,
Cheryl.
Yeti. Say hi to Yeti. Yeti Mountain Trading.
Our friend Yeti.
There's Jonathan Friend. Welcome, Jonathan.
Should do that after hitting some helium. Good idea, Don. I'll have to pick up a balloon. Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Oh, one of those nights. It's an absolutely fabulous night.
California this weekend, Otis says. Not last weekend, this weekend.
Ah, gotcha.
Peter, what's that crud? CB for life. Might have to take away your coin.
Still got some leftovers in the refrigerator, Dennis.
I saw our friend in here. Liz was in here earlier. Don't know if she still is. I had a great time. I enjoyed her joining me for the 24 hours of live stream. Dig and Connect. Liz came in and joined me for about an hour.
That's a good show, Ed.
Nick, what do you mean by we just started? What the heck?
He said earlier that he was just popping in to say hello. I think he had some plans.
Well, we'll let it slide this time. We'll let it slide this time. Jonathan Friend, hello, hello, hello. LL, one of your friends, Rach?
LL.
LL. Hey, JrzyRae. Hi, everyone. Hello, LL. Laugh, laugh. Patty.
LL says they're new here.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
nice to meet you.
Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And welcome, Patty. I've seen Patty around before, I believe. Names looks somewhat familiar. Peener, that's more like it. That's more like it.
Yeah, there we got it. I think it was a little finger slip.
Hey, Dennis Hidrick, how you doing? Jeff, nice video with our sisters you put out. They're great to hang out with, aren't they? Lead balloon.
It's right back at him. It was a great group of people, you guys. It was a pretty epic meetup, if you ask me.
Right on. Who was all there?
JP and Mrs. JP and the Bulldogs and
Oh,
Brewer. Yeah. And so we did a part of the trip with just the JPs, and then we went down to Virginia and met up with Brewer. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun. The JPs and we got rained out on the day we were going to magnet fish. So they didn't get to do any treasure hunting until we went down to Virginia. But we did do some live streams.
Yeah, I saw you on there.
Yeah, I saw you at the bar.
Ah.
Run for the Run for the hills. I remember doing balloons. Oh, wait, different gases. Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you
Enchiladas
very
for
much,
dinner.
Patty. We appreciate it. Um, question of the season. Will it be harder to find gold or afford gas to get the gold? Good question. Good question.
Hey, Deej. How are you this evening?
Digging with Deej. Hello, hello, hello. Boy, I'm far up on chat going through that widgety thingy the plugin I have for chat.
Catch up. Catch up. Scroll faster.
I am, and there's Liz. There's Liz. Yeah. I always enjoy talking with that lady, young woman.
Yeah, Liz is good people.
You know, I wasn't subbed to her, but after watching you two together, I went over there and gave her a sub because I really did like the conversation and I want to learn more about her.
Well, she's stopping her Thursday show and keeping her coffee with Liz on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Dano, actually. Yeah. Liz, you can blame Dano about me because it was Dano who told me, oh, you should check out Liz, the Digging Connect. She has a pretty cool live. Remember that, Dano?
Oh, yeah. I still drop in from time to time if I'm not doing anything and listen.
Yeah,
I like Liz. I like her shows.
so do I. So do I have one question, Liz. How are you getting away with using Bender and not get a copyright or something? And Dano rocks. Dano rocks. Dano rocks. Dano rocks, Ohio.
Anna's been worn out lately. Too much work.
Yeah, yeah.
But
That will do it.
so that's how it goes. That's what pays for my adventures I take. So
Speaking of Dano,
last
Dano,
last Tuesday morning at 2:30 in the morning, I got called into work and didn't come home. Didn't finally pull and drive till 6 that evening.
Jeez.
Thought I'll lay down before the show. Now I woke up the next morning to go to work. I shouldn't
That
have
was
laid
your
down.
body's way of telling you. Yeah, I always tell my husband that's when your body says, nope, you've got to rest.
Yep.
You've got to recharge.
Too
So
many hours.
Yes, she is, David. Yes, she is.
Hey, there's Tin Man finally showed up. What's up, Tin Man?
Wow, you're like 8 hours late, Tin Man. He's busy, you know. Kansas must be thawing out.
yeah, we're actually him and I are not too far. We have pretty similar weather, and we just hit another cold front, and we got chances for snow by the end of the week.
Oh,
Yes.
it was 70s over the weekend.
Hmm.
High
I got
60s,
out. I had
70s.
T-bones on the grill.
And we were
Oh, yeah.
having flurries yesterday, and I woke up with a dusting of snow on my car
Hmm.
or my truck. Don't have a car. And it was flurrying today. But, you know, March did come in quite the lambish. So it might be departing like a roaring lion, you know. In like
Yeah.
a lamb, out like a lion, out in like a lion, out like a lamb. I think it's something like that, right? Right?
It's almost 80 here yesterday, and today it was like 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our friend Yeti Mountain Prospect Trading, he's a big Liz fan too. Yeti's a good guy.
Yeah.
See any of your friends in here, Rach?
Yeah, Liz. Dennis Hedrick, Beard, Iron Antler, JP, Frederick Romano.
James? Good to see ya.
Madison
Frederick!
showed up.
Hello, hello, Frederick Romano.
Madison Maine, Madman. Yeah, quite a
Oh,
few.
Ert, look who just showed up.
Ert Radio. Thanks for joining us, Ronald. Did you say I didn't see our friend yet? Richie's in here? There he is. Hello, Richie. How you doing? Madison, Maine. Jim Steele. Hello. Excellent, excellent. I think we're all way through them, maybe. I don't
I don't think we
know.
forgot anybody. If we did, we didn't mean it.
Excellent, Richie. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Oops. I go click off a comment and the damn room moves and I click to highlight another one. I'm like, I didn't want to do that.
Ed, are you highlighting comments with Zoom?
No, no. It's a plugin I got for my OBS and now I can highlight comments like I would be if I was using something like StreamYard or
Yeah,
Melon.
very
Or,
cool. Yeah.
it's doing it again. I'm trying unclick a comment. It's doing it again.
It's all that newfangled stuff.
Hey, GoPro Unlimited, how you doing, Jeff? Wayne Nugget Brain Peterson was in here a little while ago too, I thought I saw. He'll be on next week with Keith Wills of East Texas Metal Detecting. He's like one of the only authorized service techs authorized to work on any brand of metal detector, from what I understand. And Wayne Nugget Brain Peterson is the president of WATS, Worldwide Association of Treasure Seekers.
Look who commented in the room. Gary's here. What's up, Gary?
Which Gary?
Two toes.
Oh, that Gary.
That Gary. That means Jeff's probably lurking. If Gary's talking, Jeff's lurking.
It's good to see you, Two Toes. Two Toes is gonna be one of my sponsors for a giveaway. For this special one, I'm gonna wait till I hit 5,000 if that's okay with you, Gary. It's the new and improved, one and only so far, Marion crevicing tool. It's not like the old ones we have, Dano. New and improved. Jeff's at baseball. Yeah, yeah.
I've got one that's doubled up now. I got one
I,
that two of them welded together.
we have. I told him I really liked that one. Both the last 2 times I talked to Gary on the phone, had a great conversation.
David Villa. I want a secret code name.
What's my count now? Good question. Good question. I was getting a lot closer. Then I lost 5, like over a 2-day period. But that don't bother me because it goes up, it goes down. Shoot, lost more like 7. The other day I was at like 49.89, and now I'm at like 83. So it is what it is.
We have quite a few drop off very frequently. You know, you'll see your count go up and just a few days lower. For a few days later, Ed, that's contagious. A few days later, they drop back down just 1 or 2. It's such a roller coaster.
Yeah, there's times where I'll gain like 5, then it drops down 3, then I'll gain 6, drops down
Yep.
2, gain 20, drop down like 7, or worse. Then it builds back up. It is what it is. I know when I was a younger channel, I was pushing for those marks. It got kind of aggravating, but hey, I don't need the stress. I put enough stress on me to give me anxiety enough as it is. But I will, huh?
I was to say, Racheal said earlier, you know, you gotta say it is what it is.
That it is. It is what it is. But I'll show you some of the stuff for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway once I hit that milestone. I got a couple of pockets looses by our friends at Dream Mat. Also, if you have a banjo pan, this is much better than the conveyor belt that comes in it. I have a 2 toes crevicing pick, and then I haven't got the other one yet. Then I have a 6x16 Dream Mat. Should have picked different colors. The green's messing with my chroma key. There it is. And Bill, I'll have your pockets loose out in the mail to you this week. I promise. I thought I switched out my work truck for my good truck last night, and the bag I had all my stuff to mail out today was not in it. So I forgot to grab that. So hey, Ducan Vet's in the house. Sounds good. Thank you. Good to see y'all. Well, let's get this torture started. Banshee in here? There she is.
Yeah, just showed up. Yeah.
Hi, Julie. I'm curious. Oh, I tried to highlight her, and I got Matt from Gone Digging. Yo, how you doing, Matt? Hope the little one's doing really good. Hi, Julie. Waiting to hear how the gold show went. She did a highlight of different YouTube channels in her booth, which was really cool. If it happened yet. Good to see you, Matt. Always good to see you, buddy. I need to talk to you about joining us again on the show. I want to get down in the south and look for megalodon teeth. That'd be cool. The show is March 19th and 20th. Ah, okay. Hasn't happened yet. The other side of the boat. Hello, hello, hello. BC Trails. All right. I'm going to pin up our guest. And hello, Rach. Good to see you again.
Hello, Ed. Always
I-
great to see you.
I really enjoyed playing on the river with you a couple years ago at Gold Rush days.
Yeah, I had a blast. It's probably one of my fondest memories. I still got my my little bit of gold.
Well, we'll have to get you out this way again sometime and add to that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Um, what are you doing in June? Like the first weekend of June?
No. Let me check my calendar. My from the ground up calendar.
Oh, nice. Nice
Yeah.
plug there for Chris's book or calendar. He has
Yeah,
from
his
the ground
calendar.
up calendar too.
Let's see. I don't even know what June looks like in here. I didn't get that far yet. Oh, just advertisement for June.
Huh.
The first week, oh, the third, fourth, fifth. Uh, I have to figure out when my days off are.
Well, that's the weekend of Flash Bash.
Yeah, I'm gonna text my nephew to run my work calendar to me because that actually has all my dates off. Then I can tell you. We're color coded for our dates.
Have a good supper, Chris. Good seeing you, buddy. Yeti Mountain Prospecting. Oh well, it's just something to think about, Ray.
Yeah, I just text him. He'll bring it to me. So in the
Yeah.
meantime,
There's always Gold Rush days. That's always Labor
Yep.
Day weekend.
I did put in for that and I got that. I got like 2 weeks off in September.
Oh, nice.
Gonna
I
be
was
some
thinking
travel time
ahead,
for
Ed.
you.
I have a dredge or a high banker you could play with all you want.
My thing was really just panning it. I really liked that. That was my favorite part. I mean, I liked everything else too to get to the point of panning, but you saw me, I was like all about that pan.
Well, maybe we could do like we did with uh Deej, and we could set you up with the sluice, and you could run it at your leisure and teach you how to clean it out. Because if I believe I set up my high banker for you and my dredge for
Yeah.
you, Joel, and Audra, and that's what you three worked the whole time you played in the water.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you got some gold, sis. Glad you
I
got
did.
some gold.
I still have the dirt still that, to go through. I haven't gone through it. But I'll set it up out back when it's a little bit warmer and go through it, record it. But I do have that little bit there.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, I was very happy with that. I don't know if they could see it. My big head in the way.
Yeah, you can see it in there. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
it's there.
You can
Yeah, I
see
know.
the flash in the vial.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
So how long ago did you start your YouTube channel?
Well, I renamed it about 7 months ago, but I started one in 2008. And then I started this one in 2011. I just really wasn't sure what kind of content I wanted to put on it. So I mostly used it. I would upload like my Tough Mudder videos to it, but I used it mostly for like subbing people and chatting and commenting. And so I started uploading videos to it in probably beginning of August. So I renamed it about then.
What did you do? What did you do before that?
Another channel.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Okay. Gotcha. And was that the start of your metal detecting when you started this channel? Or is this something you've been doing for a little while?
I bought a bounty hunter tracker for sometime around Hurricane Sandy. I can't remember if it was right before or right afterwards. And you know, I dabbled and played with it. And then I got serious about detecting in fall of 2016.
What got you started? What got you interested in it?
Well, I grew up along the shoreline of Jersey. So one of the first things we learn as children is all about the pirates. You know, Blackbeard, Captain Kidd, all of them. They all, you know, went by here. Blackbeard married a woman that's one town over from me. You know, like lived in one town over from me. You know, we learned about that. So going to the beach all the time, we would dig giant craters looking for the pirates' treasure. You know, buried treasure. Because you know we were also influenced by movies, and I would see the older guys because it was generally older dudes walking up and down the beach with detectors, and I always wanted one because I figured I could definitely find the pirate's treasure with one of those things, you know. But my parents wouldn't get me one, and then you know life goes, you know, move around, doing different things. But I always enjoyed history, and my favorite actual time period is about pirate time, colonial. So I really never lost the love of history. I did it very well in school with that. I would read my history book the day we were given it and never look at it again and pass the class. I thrifted a lot. My grandfather had a stand at a flea market, so I kind of grew up doing that. You know, so as an adult, and I finally settled down and bought a house, I was like, you know, I should go ahead and get myself a detector now. I don't need to ask mommy and daddy, you know, so that's how I got into it. And then, you know, when I found my first relic, not my first coin or even old coin, but my first relic was probably what did it for me. Like seeing something, even the coins, you know, something somebody hasn't seen in a few, you know, couple hundred years or even 50 years.
Yeah.
You know, a penny from 19, you know, a Wheatie went pretty far for a kid when those Wheaties were made. They got a lot of candy for those Wheaties. Yeah. So I would think, you know, like who dropped this penny? Because, you know, 60 years ago, that penny was worth a lot. You know, what little 5-year-old running down to the dime store dropped it, you know? And so thinking about those things, you know, like when I find a broken shoe buckle, like I do have a broken shoe buckle here. Just finding that, what, you know, was it broken when they threw it away? Did it fall off a shoe? You know, like all these questions you have about the person who last touched that.
So what was the first relic you found? What was the first thing that you found that set it off?
It was probably like a button. Like, and nothing that really stands out. It was just the fact that it was a relic, and not, you know, foil or aluminum can or a pull tab, you know. I think it was actually at a military historic site that I have permission at that I found my first relic. So I believe it was a button.
Getting those permissions, does that seem to be an easier thing for you, or is that something you struggle with?
That one was easy because I actually volunteer there. So I haven't in a while, but we used to do a haunt every year as a fundraiser, and I was involved with that for years. So one of the guys that runs it, the township that it's in actually owns it, but this InfoAge Science and History Museum Center, I know it's InfoAge, you know, they lease it, and so they gave me permission. So But my other permissions, yeah, I have to talk to the people. Some it's because I deliver their mail. That doesn't make it any easier. It's, you're still gonna get people that say no, so. And I just like to hear my own voice apparently, so I'll talk to anybody.
Well, a lot of people say you're always going to hear no, but even like doing sales and stuff like that, I've kind of found that no is still a rejection, and sometimes it hurts. And I think that it's got to be tough to get the courage up to ask, strangers and hear no. Like I think it's more difficult than some people make it out to be to ask those kind of questions.
Yeah, it's well, if you've ever done any type of sales, all right, think of it this way. I tell everybody this: when somebody knocks on your door, and they got the little name tag swinging on a little lanyard there, your first inclination is whatever he's saying, I'm saying no.
They're right.
They'll knock and they'll be like, "Hi, my name is," no. So the first no is always an auto response. We do it too. It's just automatic. It's just.
Oh man. Well, for those of you that stayed around, thank you very much. I totally had to.
Than some people make it out to be.
It is.
That was me.
Something happened with my OBS encoder and it totally froze. And
Bill says Racheal has no sound. She has it with us.
oh well.
Y'all can't hear me?
Retracted.
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
Yeah,
Do you hear her now?
If we can hear, they can hear.
Bill said, "Oh, you retracted his message now."
Can hear now. Audio is back. Thank you, Liz. BC Trails. Well, thanks everyone for hanging in there. My analytics go dive. We all know why.
Well, Patty says they hear me.
Ringo, good to see you. Thank you, Colin. Excellent, excellent. Now I'll just stop playing with stuff. I made a new template where that area there is larger, and I did some stuff, but all my URLs for like Twitch, TikTok, Facebook, all that stuff, Twitter, whatever, not Twitch, Twitter, I didn't move down. And like my subscribe button thingy, I didn't move down. And sorry, everybody. Reminds me of the old days, huh? Ah, Mr. Lodak. But we're back. We're back. Okay, where were we, Rose? Where were we?
Talking about
permission.
Yes,
yeah.
Permission.
Do you bring any sort of liability waiver with you and say, "Hey, I'll sign one of those"? Do you think that's necessary?
No, we do have this form in New Jersey that absolves property owners of injuries to people invited onto their property. So basically, I don't have to sign anything. I just give it to them if it's something I need to get the permission. But generally, I've never had to give that to anybody. So
have you had anybody be just obscenely rude with their nose?
Not really. When I was in sales, a little more, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Not really. No. I mean, having been in sales, 3 no's and you go.
Yep.
I'm not going to push after the 3rd no, because then you can get rude. If you get a rude first no, you might be able to overcome that. Cause like I said, it's an auto response. And if they're just a, cranky old person anyway, it's going to be rude either way, but
Yeah.
it depends on your second no, whether or not you can go for the third to get the permission. Because the second one, if it's kind of iffy sounding like, well,
Yeah.
something like that kind of no, then you could get that permission. But if it's like no, yeah, sometimes I won't go and ask again. I'll just be like, all right, thank you for your time,
Have you ever snuck on to any properties?
No.
I wouldn't do it either.
Heavy Meadow Detective, our friend Colin, says, I think Racheal should wear her uniform. It would probably help, in my opinion.
It probably would. But not everybody likes the mail lady, so not everybody's happy with the post office.
Patty says, I still have to get the nerve to ask. The worst thing they can do, Patty, is say no.
Or not answer the door.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I know this. If they knock on our front door, it's someone who don't know us. So I can always peek out of somewhere and see who it is. And if I want to answer, I answer. If I don't, I'm like, oh, well.
Scott
I would also say
McCrory,
that
they don't have to
Oh, go
sign
ahead.
our form. It's just it's just like some law in New Jersey. Sorry, I saw his comment. What were you saying?
I was gonna say getting up the nerve is probably the hardest part. After that, once you finally do it, it's usually never as bad as you think it's gonna be.
It's not. Just walk up to the door, knock, step back
Yeah.
a couple steps so you're not in their space. Give them
Yeah.
room. Smile.
Do not bring anything for them to sign. This is from
Scott McClory. Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
don't have anything to sign. It's just a thing in New Jersey.
Yeah. That makes sense until you have a relationship a bit with them more, and if they bring up liability issues.
For the most part, nobody's ever said anything too much about it to me. There are some woods I'm looking to try to get to the owner with. So I do have that form to show them because they have a farm on there too, they have no trespassing everywhere, but they kind of turn their heads to the trespassers. You know what I mean? Like people would ride their horses through their property, stuff like that. But a woman fell off her horse and tried to sue them.
Mm.
So to get that permission, I may have to use this clause in New Jersey to allow me to, like I can't sue you. Just like the woman didn't win on your property because she was trespassing, I wouldn't be able to sue you either. So, oh yeah, Scott's right about that. And when you ask for permission, first of all, never tell them that you dig for treasure or I dig holes and pull out. Holes and digs, two different words you don't want to. I locate the item and remove it.
Huh.
And if they ask how, well, I cut a plug and I fold it back so as not to damage the grass. I bring it, I put the dirt back in.
You
and
leave
cover
a
it back up.
hinge on it so it
Yeah.
will stay green, and I don't put the dirt in your grass. I put it on something, a towel or something, and
Yeah, you won't even know I've been there, and I will leave it cleaner than when I got to your yard. You'd be surprised how dirty it is.
Mm-hmm.
we talked a little about that Gold Pro Unlimited. That came up in our pre-show. See, I told you, Rach.
Yeah, I know. Mostly I got pictures. I can show him my most recent thing because I'm extremely happy with it.
Oh yeah, that piece of flint.
Yeah. So you can see like the percussion from where they were hammering it. So I was excited I eyeballed that, but it may be a small scraper because there's a real smooth spot right here. So it's like right where my thumb would sit. So it could be a small scraper.
Oh, Scott
that's
has
what I was
another good idea. Bring an extra detector in case they want to do it with you. Good thinking, Scott.
I don't know what else we got here. So what else you want to ask me? Bring it up. Bring it at me.
Do you when you find this stuff, do you hang on to them? Do you sell them? Do you give them away as gifts? Do you toss most of them? What do you do with your finds?
I don't really keep that much of it. I'm not. The excitement for me is to get it out of the ground. I will keep significant things, you know, like my shoe buckle. I'll show a picture of that because it's in the other room still. The first time I found a complete shoe buckle, you know, yeah, I kept that.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
And GoPro asks, what is your favorite find? That. That's my favorite find because it's probably the most exciting I ever got over a find. But I mean, I find
over your Racheal.
Yeah, I found quite a few half Racheals and 1 Racheal. So I find lots of these dandies, large flat buttons. So unless there's like a design or something etched into it, which would make it not that common because they didn't sell them like that, you know, I give them away. I just sent Janine Patterson, JBP, a button she didn't know she was getting. So some of the coins I do keep, but a lot of them I don't. I gave away, I dug up 2 1930s quarters and Bruce Nolan got one of them. So I'm not a big keeper unless it's like really significant. Otherwise,
What did that buckle date out to? Do you know?
Huh?
What did that shoe buckle date out to? How old was it?
It's probably like around the late 1700s. Probably
oh my goodness.
Between 1760 and 1790 or something like that.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, I was excited. I you know, I can still remember exactly how. That's probably the most excited I got. I got a little excited over a skeleton key once because I really wanted to find one, but not nearly as much as I did over that shoe buckle.
Do you have any more bucket list finds? You know, when you're going out, hoping you're gonna find anything in particular?
Relic wise, I don't really know. I mean, I'd like to find something from the, you know, one of the little skirmishes, I guess, with the Revolutionary War, because you can't hunt the battlegrounds. I looking forward to going south in April, so hopefully I can find something Civil War, you know. A lot of times, a lot of the relics I find, I didn't know were on my bucket list till I found them. So,
Yeah.
coin wise, last year was I wanted a flying, seated, standing, and walking, and I found each one of those. So this year I would like to find probably a little bit larger denominations in those. I would like to, you know, I find barbers and I found a barber quarter. So now I would like to find like, you know, a seated quarter or something, walking $50 or something.
Yeah. Now, do you only do metal detecting?
No, I don't mudlark as much as I would want to. I do go fossil hunting. I go out to Ohio apparently once so far to play in the river with Ed. I'd like to do that many more times. We don't have gold here really. I don't, yeah. So I'd like to dabble in a little bit of everything. I'm not big on bottle digging, mainly because I don't want to keep them.
Yeah. Do you not want to keep things because you're worried you're going to hoard them, or are you just overall a purger? Like, do you just like, you know, minimalism?
Oh no, I got crap all over my room right now. No, I'm not a purger. No, the thrill for me was to get it, to find, you know, like that thrilled me. I'll put little displays together, you know. I don't mind keeping some of them. It's just how many dandy buttons do I need?
Right.
You know, and there's people out, you know, in the center part of our country who will never find a dandy button out where they're at, you know. So I'll send them out to them and stuff like that, you know. So I don't need however many dandy buttons I'll find for the rest of my life. But I will keep the decorated ones. And because I'm always hoping for the GW.
You never know. One day.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I can't even find a Jersey copper, and I'm in Jersey. And I'm detecting in the right areas.
Right. I
Well,
could dig bottles all day long too.
yeah,
That'd
I
be-
would dig with bottles with Liz if she would take all the bottles with her after we're done.
Yeah, right. That's perfect. That's perfect. Now, if you could eliminate one thing that you never had to dig again, if you could make it all go away, what's the one thing you would never dig again if you didn't have to?
Shotgun shells.
Shotgun shells.
Had stamps, yeah. They're the things I find the most of. I don't even find that many pull tabs compared to shotgun
Wow.
shells.
That's crazy. We find a lot of those on bridges too. A lot.
I find them everywhere because I detect in the woods mostly. I find them in yards too. It's really weird.
They dropped them on their way out to the woods.
I guess I don't know. Funny,
Now, go
I
ahead.
found a brass shotgun shell not long ago, a few months back, and I didn't know that was old. I was just like, oh, it's just another shotgun shell, but I found the whole thing. I think I still have a picture of it. But I ended up like chucking it because I didn't know that, that actually is not a bad thing to find because it's old.
I've never heard of them before. Yeah.
It's probably still on my camera though. Yeah, I didn't know that that's actually very old. Because when I posted the picture, people were like, "Oh my God, it's a brass shotgun shell." I'm like, I don't know. I'm used to seeing the plastic ones. I don't know what a whole one. They were paper mostly, the old ones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know where the picture went. It's on my Facebook though. Yeah, not on my phone. I must not have been that impressed.
You recently mentioned traveling. Do you try to travel often to metal detect? Is that something you try to incorporate into your channel, is traveling to detect?
Yeah, I do like to travel. I really like to drive. Not a big fan of flying, and I just did that. I'm good on that for a while. I thought I actually lost my hearing this time in my right ear, so I don't think I want to press it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That probably when you got up to height, your ears started.
Hard time popping your ears.
No, the popping's fine. It's just like I always get where it feels like somebody's putting an ice pick on my eardrum,
Ooh.
on landing
Wow.
when you're going down.
Oh,
And this time I heard this real high pitched squeak sound, and then I didn't hear nothing for like 3 days.
it's
So I thought,
terrifying.
I really thought I lost my hearing on that ear. I was actually getting ready to. I gave it a couple days, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go and, make an appointment with an ear doctor, and then suddenly it came back. So I was
Oh,
happy.
yeah. All right. Driving it is.
David Villa wants to know, I know the answer to this, but I'll let him hear it from you. Have you detected with Gypsy?
Yep, a
Yeah.
few times. First time I pound the ground.
And the second time when you went to Texas?
Now at dig stock, fall dig stock, come in. And then thank you. I only texted you an hour ago. Sorry, it was my nephew.
No worries.
No, that dig stock in October.
Okay.
I basically did it the whole weekend there.
Have I ever showed you the painting Gypsy painted for me?
I saw it when you got it. That's how long I've been watching you.
It's awesome. It hangs up right back there, close, right before you go into our den.
Yeah, that was a nice picture.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's see if there's
How about Amanda from?
no, I actually didn't detect with her at all. So right up at the top there, that's a brass shotgun shell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh. That
So
has to
I
be
was
an
not
oldie.
impressed and I threw it out. And then people were like,
Oh, man.
really old.
That's a cool little lock below it.
Yeah, that's I dated that too. That's it's a Yale lock, a YNT lock. It's like 1880.
Wow.
Nice.
It's one of the first ones with the hinge thing or something like that. So it doesn't come up, it hinges.
Do you clean your finds when they, like, that was a great picture. Like, it was really clear and easy to see. Do you clean your finds after you pull them out? Because I know some people love the patina. And I don't want
Yeah,
to
I
offend you
mean,
if you love the patina.
I don't clean them to make them look like copper or anything again. I mean, I cleaned this, I ugly boxed it too, just enough to prevent it from getting worse. So it's not like I mean, they're not gonna come out looking new anyway. Sometimes I'll clean the buttons enough to see if there's any detail on them. You know, I did really clean this unidentifiable copper coin. I can make out 2 letters on it, that's it. So can't figure out what it is.
What do you use to clean it when you're cleaning your finds?
In the field, a toothbrush, toothpick. Little, sweat on the finger. like, and at home, the ugly box, mostly. Not the silvers though. I don't really clean them. Just kind of little bit of water and then, it's good enough.
Yeah.
Not gonna spend it, so. This one's actually really ugly, but that's about it.
Dennis Hedrick asked, have you found a piece of 8 yet?
No, I've just found half reals on a 1 real.
So I am relatively new to all of this. What is a piece of 8 yet, and what is a real?
Okay, real was one of the types of currency they used before the country actually had a currency. The Spanish
Wow.
reals. They're Spanish silver. Over here, they're probably pirate silver. It was actually currency. I just had this conversation with somebody when I was looking up about reals. It was actually acceptable American currency till 1950, although nobody used it since early 1800s. Do not rub any coin you find. Yeah, I don't rub my silvers. And so a piece of 8 would be a cut 8 real. And you know that knock that, shaving a haircut, 2 bits.
Yes. Yeah.
Right, 2 bits. That 2 bits they're talking about is 2 bits of an 8 real.
Huh.
Yeah, it's back then it was like $1 and 2 bits is a quarter. That's how we came up with 2 bits for a quarter, right?
Yeah.
So I'm
2 bits
sorry, I
would be
just
a
want to make
quarter.
sure I understand this right. The coin is actually split up?
Yeah, they would
Like
cut
They
it.
cut
would
it.
cut-
Okay. All right.
Since it's
All right.
silver, they cut it.
They would cut it to make change or make it smaller, because they had half reals, 1 reals, 2 reals, 4 reals, and 8 reals.
Wow.
And the 8
Do you
reals.
have any? Yeah. Do you have any that you can show?
No, not an 8 real.
She
How
has
big are
a
they?
picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I do have a picture of the 1 real. Because like I said, I don't keep anything, so I gave that away. So that's the front of a 1 real. So it's it's really thin. The reals are very thin. And the 1 reals Probably just a slight bit smaller than a quarter in diameter. So that's the back of it. Yeah,
Mm.
and that one was 1791. Half real is smaller than that. That I should have one nearby. I probably don't. A half real is about the same size as a dime, but really, really thin. Probably just a little bit bigger than a dime, but really, really thin, like paper thin. And then the 2 reals a little bit bigger than the 1 real, and the 8 reals good size.
Yeah, I had an 8 real once. It was minted in Mexico City.
Mm.
Yeah, that's most of the reals I find over here. I think I had a rare one. I don't remember what is Portugal or something like that. It wasn't Mexico City, I know that.
So
I
given, go ahead, Ed.
Oh, well, I know a lot of the silver that the Spaniards would get from Mexico, they just would end up minting it here. Instead of making like dory bars and stuff and shipping them back, they just mint it here in Mexico City.
Yeah. Oh, somebody asking what the ugly box is.
Yeah, I believe it's electrolysis box, isn't it? Like he
Yeah,
referred to.
and you can control the voltage on it.
Right.
Then he also there's 2 little gadgets that come with it called Thunder and Thrasher. So Thunder you put into the brine solution with it, and it vibrates really, really fast. I don't remember the exact RPMs, but and so that helps to shake some of the loose soils off. And then the Thrasher is another one with vibration that has steel wool on the tip to help you clean the coin.
Mm.
So that's going to be how far you want to go. But the electrolysis itself will help to clean the coin and also preserve the metal from degrading even more.
Would
Liz was asking, has anyone ever dug an 8 real? I don't know.
I
I'm
know.
sure somebody has.
Yeah, I know people that have. I don't know like how legit, because a lot of it's been YouTube. But I know people have dug 8 reals. It's feasible. I know Coin Beach down in Delaware or whatever it is. There has been 8 reals found on that beach. So
wow.
it'd be nice to find one.
Yeah, it would. Reals are cool, Patty.
I would rather find an escudo.
A
A
what?
what-o?
Escudo.
I don't
It's
know
like
what
a,
an escudo.
it's
Yeah,
like
what
a
is it?
gold real.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Be like finding a sovereign then.
Yeah, but a Spanish sovereign.
Right. Or a cougaron.
Joel said a cob would be cool.
What's a cob?
Old money.
Oh, yeah, right. I feel so silly asking. I had no clue, yeah, about any of this until today. So thanks for the education.
Oh yeah, it's fun. I'm not much of a coin shooter. I mean, you're gonna find them detecting though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you prefer relics over coins, right?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, silver is always nice to find, but
Oh yeah, yeah. So are
I like
nuggets.
I like finding the relics more, like clothing relics a lot actually, like the buttons, the shoe buckles, the hat buckles, the sash buckles, all that stuff. That's pretty cool to find, because somebody they would wear that coat forever and ever and ever, and they would patch it and reattach their buttons when they would lose them. So when you're finding it, either that coat couldn't be worn anymore, or this button fell off and they couldn't find it. So You know, I like that. No, I do like the old money. They're relics because you can't spend them. You can
Right.
sell them. Somebody said buffering again.
I know, I just did a double check though, and everything looks
I
good.
don't see it on my end.
JP said he found a marble with you and Brewers.
Yeah, I didn't, we're, I don't want to take away from the show, but I just did find a silver thimble when I was with those guys. We all found some pretty cool stuff.
Oh, cool.
Metal detecting with Brewer, yeah. It was a pretty neat experience. Here in the Midwest, I mean, we have some older areas, but it doesn't go that old. And we also don't have a lot of permissions either. We have a few areas that we can detect,
Yeah.
and we've never worked too much harder on finding any more. So it was a pretty insane experience. JP found a button. I don't want to give too much away because videos are about to come out too, so I'll try to keep my mouth shut. But it was one heck of an experience for me. That was definitely some of the coolest finds I've ever seen metal detecting.
Nice. I found a couple thimbles, but not silver.
Yeah, I didn't know it was silver actually. They had to tell me, but and I've still got it and I've got to do some more cleaning to it, but it shined up pretty quickly. It cleaned up pretty well. And I said, "Oh yeah, that's silver." And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna have to clean it up more to make sure." But if it is, that's a hot find. It's the best find I've ever had metal. Yeah, heck, just a thimble is the best find I've ever had metal detecting. JP said it was supposed to be funny. A glass marble with a metal detector.
This is something that you don't find every day. I showed you guys earlier.
Is that a
Yeah.
lighter?
No, it's a match safe.
Kind of like a
Aw.
lighter, but a lot older.
Yeah, well, see, when they invented striking matches, they would put them in their pockets, but they were so sensitive that the friction in their pockets would actually set them alight. So they would make little match boxes, basically. They're reusable though. They were generally made out of either wood or copper or brass, and this one's sterling silver from the lid to the whole body of it.
That's beautiful.
Now I'll show you one more cool thing. I will tell everybody who this ring belonged to on here because a lot of these people did watch the video, but you can hear her say it. This was a recovery. My permission. Her daughter lost the ring, and it was an heirloom ring that was given to the permission owner, and so she asked me if I would look for it, and she was one of those people that kept everything that you found, no matter if it was junk or not. She didn't care. She wanted it all. She liked it all. She told me, "Well, you can keep anything you find, if you find this ring." So I was like, okay. So I went 3 different trips and I finally found the ring. So if you watch to the end of the video, you'll hear her say who the ring belonged to. And it's a video that says trippy triple silver and a lost ring. So the ring actually belonged to James Dean's grandmother.
I think that's cool.
Yeah. So in the meantime, looking for it, I found me a first year barber, 1892. I found nothing special, just a 1920 Mercury. And I
That's
found
super special.
my second ever 1835 cat bust half dime. That one probably have to get a little closer with my light. It's really small. So you can see next to a barber dime how small it is. Woo! Yeah, I'll hold them up together. So the cat bust half dime is real tiny.
Wow.
But I do have a picture, you can see it better. So I found those the same day I found the ring. So the short version is actually the short version's on TikTok, so they don't have to watch the whole video. But that's the 3 silver coins together. The Mercury, 1892 barber, and 1835 cat bus halftime.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're funny, Ohio. So yeah, that was probably my best ring recover. Marky Mark. Sorry, I had to. Mark.
So, okay, here's the favorite question here. No holds bar. Okay, you have all the money in the world. You have no restrictions. I mean, the sky is the limit. What are your 3 places you would travel to detect?
Same as everybody else, England.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably it. Maybe South America. And anywhere the pirates have been.
Huh. So, I mean, what are some areas, like, say you were going to go chasing some pirate treasure? What are some areas you would look for? Where would you be? Like, where would you go for that?
Anywhere in the Caribbean. There is there's a little spit in South Jersey. At the end of it, I think it's Long Beach Island or down that way. The end of it is you can't access it at all. It's blocked off for bird migration. But reading some old books and stuff like that, they feel that there might be Blackbeard, maybe treasure there. So if I could detect there, that's where it would be. Because
Cool.
nobody
Yeah.
has. And they these birds have a lot of places that they migrate to all over our beaches, So, and it's just the southern tip of this spit that you can't go on at all. Not even just metal detecting at all. So gotta wonder what's really there.
Yeah, what are they hiding?
Yeah. And I know that there's been some people theorizing that there might be some treasure there, and then some of the older writings and books I'm talking in the teens and late 1800s that I read at the library allude to that too. So that would be my first spot. Then England.
Yeah, that's that's pretty exciting. We have a few areas around here with, like, some cowboys and some hidden treasure from cowboy time that
Oh yeah.
and a few mafia, a few gangsters areas, rumored around here. I thought it would be pretty cool. But I'm not very good at the research. I guess I really need to put more effort into the research and trying to find those areas and figure it out.
Well, I wouldn't rely. A lot of people rely almost solely and exclusively on Google, and Google does have a lot of information. I usually don't even look at the first stuff that comes up, because if you paid enough money, your whatever you want to
Yeah.
talk about is going
Yeah.
to be first on the list.
That's right.
I would go a few pages in, and then you'll start getting probably, well, you get past the conspiracy theorists, and then you can get to the truth.
Right.
But go to your library too. That's what I tell people. Like, read the old books. There's a few books about New Jersey. It takes a while, because in the older books, they'll say, oh, well, Racheal lives on, John Jones' old property, and he bought that off of, Joe Schmo,
Uh-huh.
and you get, so you can get an idea. Well, John Jones, who bought it off of him, if it's not that, if it's only 150 years ago, then you can go to old tax records and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you can be able to trace areas, not so much addresses, because addresses are different now than they were even 100 years ago. So, you could trace an area.
Yeah.
A lot
So,
of cross referencing.
yeah, have you had any like, I guess I kind of asked it earlier, but I'll broaden the question. Have you had any scary experiences while detecting, whether it be animals or the mystical or crazy neighbors? Have you had any uncomfortable moments?
Uncomfortable, not really. I mean, anytime as a female going solo in the woods could be uncomfortable. I'm
A
always
little
on alert.
nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just on alert, but scary. Yeah, I've had a tree fall like within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
Got caught in a torrential downpour where like giant limbs of trees were falling on us as we're running out of the woods.
Yeah.
Those things, yeah, those were scary.
That's crazy. I've asked that question quite a few times, and that's the first time that that widowmakers, if you will, have been mentioned. And that actually, I would say, has probably been some of the scariest moments for myself being in the woods are the trees themselves. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's a crazy, crazy answer. And I guess you don't think about it until, somebody brings it up or something like that. But yeah, limbs falling in the woods is a far more common way to die than, say, I don't know, monsters or maybe some animals. Like, I guess it
Yeah.
depends. Do you
Creeps.
have,
Yeah.
right, yeah. Do you have any dangerous wild animals in your area?
Hmm,
Jersey Devil.
yeah, I'm in what people don't like to admit to central Jersey's. Jersey Devil's more south. I do have a story about the Jersey Devil.
Oh,
And it
that's
has
in
nothing to do with protecting.
the pine, whatever.
Yeah, Pine Barrens.
Yeah.
When I was young, I went on a trip around the perimeter of New Jersey, and part of it we were actually down in the Pine Barrens hiking through from uh, around Salem, New Jersey, which is down at the bottom of the Delaware, across over to Cape May, and it's all scrub pines and scrub pines and sand. Not much else grows there. And we were walking these trails in the woods, and there was this big clearing, a big circle clearing, probably about 40 feet across, and there was this weird oak dwarf tree, you know. So it was perfectly round with its branches, and this was summer, but there was no leaves, and there was this chair that was like had grown into the trunk, and that chair was facing exactly due east. And then on the tree were mirrors from like side view mirrors off of trucks. And each one was exactly due north, due south, due east, and due west, not even like the slightest little bit off. And the whole place gave you this real creepy feeling because like everything else was alive, but everything in the center was dead, you know? And there were no footprints or anything around. It was just us and this, and it wasn't like the trail cut through it. We walked off the trail. We were exploring, during stopping for lunch, and it was creepy.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it at all. That'd freak me out.
Well, we were deep in the Jersey Devil country, so I
What is
couldn't.
the Jersey Devil?
It's an old folklore. The seventh son of a seventh son or something.
Oh,
He's
really?
his mother's a witch.
Uh,
He's like his waist down is like a goat or something. He has a tail. He has wings. Um, just look up Jersey Devil. There's tons of information.
yeah.
It's a spook.
He's not. He's not a. There's still stories even to this day about Jersey Devil attacks down in South Jersey.
Like, it's the Jersey Sasquatch, pretty much. Huh.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen him, but um, you know, I mean, I guess he could be this far north, but I mostly know him from the Pine Barrens.
A lot of people are saying, "Did you sit in the chair?" Because they would have sat in the chair.
No, they wouldn't have. I can tell you right now, you would not have sat in that chair. The whole area, even though it looked, like when we first walked on it, we were just like, oh, this is weird. But you got this weird vibe, this very uncomfortable vibe in that area that just, it didn't feel good. Mid-toe Mackie. Yeah, it didn't feel good. It was, no, I don't think anybody in that chat would have sat in that chair.
Yeah, pretty
I
scary.
mean, that was over 40 years ago, and I still remember it. I can still see it. Unwelcomeness. Yeah, that was pretty much what it felt like.
Was it really cold?
I can't even explain it because I've never felt anything like that since. And I've been in haunted houses, you know, where you can
So it
feel
was
something.
like literally hair on the back of your neck standing up and
Yeah, yeah. It just was not a good feeling. I mean, like when we first walked up, before we entered the clearing, we were like, wow, this is weird. But as soon as we got, none of us wanted to stick around. It just didn't feel good. So
uh,
I think that was his throne. I'm going with that and I'm staying with it. Yeah, not the spot, but the feeling. It was creepy.
yeah, probably Rose went away for a second. I was gonna refer to something about her adult pleasure goodies they find about being scary.
Did find one. Don't want to talk about it. It was scary. Yeah, Ohio, it was way before YouTube. We still only had like 5 channels.
And rotary phones.
Yeah, I think so. No, I think we had touch tone. We did have touch tone phones. But you could switch it to pulse for some reason.
Right.
Why would you want that? Dial a number and then listen to it. I'm like, this is nuts. It's a flying biped with hooves, but there are many variations.
There's been shows on TV about it. They've had little documentaries on it.
Yeah, and there's a lot on YouTube too. Some of them are actually pretty good, but yeah, just I mean, they all have the root of the Jersey Devil, you know, like where he came from and what he, you know, how he came to be. They all agree on that. So that doesn't waver too much, but
The seventh son of a seventh son with the mom that was a witch.
something like that, yeah. I remember the seventh son of a seventh son because I think Iron Maiden even made a song.
Well, they have a song called Seventh Son of the Seventh Son.
Yeah.
And I think there's a movie called Seventh Son.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to deal with the Jersey Devil.
No,
No.
no. You're right there.
Can Do said they have the Dog Man in Michigan. And West Virginia, they have the Mothman.
I was gonna bring up Mothman too. I've heard of the Mothman.
It's funny. I didn't hear of it while I lived there. I heard
We've
of
got
it afterwards.
good old fashioned Sasquatch here in my area.
I think out of all of them, I think that'd be the most likely to actually exist.
Well, I'll tell you what, if one of them shows up, then the rest of them have got to be real too. That's how I look at it. If we can get proof of one, then I'll believe in the rest.
BC said 7th-generation curses are told in the UK as well. I'm sure they got their own versions of Jersey Devil and Mothman and Dogman.
I'll have to look for that thing on the Jersey Devil from Expeditions Unknown with, oh, what's his name? Something Gates.
Oh, I just watched an episode with Jeremy Wade on it. I love that guy. He's so funny.
Yeah,
Can't remember. I can't remember.
I like
Josh. It's Josh Gates.
Yeah, Josh Gates.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Rose.
Yeah.
Little boy, one of those days, I tell you. Oh, fog brain. My blonde's creeping through my strawberry, I tell ya.
That's why I went back to strawberry.
Yes,
The blonde was
Liz. Josh Gates rocks. I sent him an email and have yet to get a reply.
So what are some of your favorite YouTube channels? So let's some bucket YouTubers. If you got the chance to meet some people, minus Ed, because you already got to meet him. Who would you take the opportunity to meet up with?
Let's see, who haven't I? Heavy Meadow.
Come to
Patty
Flash.
Misherin, she
Come
doesn't
to
really use
Flash
it.
Bash. You very much. Waymel. May very well meet Heavy Meadow.
Yeah, I don't think we've met. And I'm looking in the chat. Liz, soon as this coronavirus is over.
Yeah, I'd love
I've
to
detected with
teach
Joel.
Liz how to pan. Same with Joel. He just lives right next door too.
Yeah, I detected with him once with Mike Lyman. Scott McClory. I don't think we've actually met in person. I don't know. Midtone Mackey, I would like to dig with him. It's like there's a lot of people that I haven't dug with yet that I would like to. And that goes with gold panning too. I'd love to meet up with everybody I've met in JP's bar or JP's Saturday night. Who else? Some of the folks on the West Coast I haven't met. Big YouTubers wise, I mean, we're all about, like big I've already detected with.
Yeah.
Digger Dawn, Digger Dan, both in England.
Aqua Jigger, you've dug with him.
Yeah.
That's one guy I'd love to go river hunting with him. I wouldn't mind metal detecting with him, but I would really love to go caving. You do some spelunking with Bo.
If I wasn't claustrophobic, I would love to do that too.
And if you ever make it to the St. Louis area, I'll take you spelunking.
Okay. You have some good caverns and caves around there?
Yeah, some really great day visit caves. We wouldn't be able to go too far or anything, but one you can just check right into. You don't even have to pay for it or anything. You just sign into a sheet and go in, and they say be back before it's dark.
Oh, right on. I know some lava tubes like that out west. The Ape Caves by Mount St. Helens and Lava River in Central Oregon.
Yeah. Digging Connect said, I love the word spelunking. So do I. It makes it more fun just because you are spelunking.
Oh, yeah.
I like to say it too. I was gonna say, I pretty much like, I would love to mudlark with Nicola White in Sci-Finds. But in America, anybody that wants to detect with me, I would love to detect with them. I put it that way. I don't have any like bucket listers on people. There's people I enjoy. I enjoy watching, and I would love to meet up with them, but I couldn't like pick out any one person because then I would leave others out that I would love to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so anybody that's like, hey, you down for coming over here? I want to go detect. I'd be like, yeah, get in my car and go.
Yeah. We talk about this a lot on Flash in Your Pan, and even the Vixens talk about this, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but how insane is it that a YouTube channel has provided you with the opportunity to meet up with so many cool, stinking people and have so many treasure hunting adventures, like YouTube? Who would have thought?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, well, there's Facebook groups too where you can meet up and detect. So
yeah,
and there's people that don't do YouTube that I'd love to go digging with them too. And there's a few I do that don't do YouTube.
If they don't YouTube, boycott them. Just kidding, Jersey. Just kidding.
I think the YouTube market's gotten pretty saturated.
Well, in everything.
With creators, not even like like I said, I had my channel for a long time just to sub people. I wasn't really uploading anything to it. But now it's like there's a lot of creators, a lot.
There's like 1 billion new creators. There's several million hours of video uploaded every day. There's a couple thousand of new creators every day, but how long do they last?
Yeah.
Oh, it took me 3 years to get 100 subscribers. I quit. Because not everyone's like the Treasure Vixens who do so well so fast. And I'm proud of you too, sister.
I'm not nearly as cute as a Treasure Vixen, so yeah, it'll take me about 3 years.
Gosh, guys, you know what? I honestly think we went at it so hard it burned us a little bit. So I say take your time, grow slow, and enjoy what you're doing.
It's a marathon, not a sprint race.
That's
Already
right.
know that. You know I know that.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Gold Fever Adventures with Gold Fever Radio. Jack and Lisa from Arizona. Good to see you. There'll be door prize sponsors for Flashback.
Heavy Metal said he's a subscriber, but TV sucks and he enjoys YouTube. Same here, man. I watch way more YouTube than I do TV.
Same here. Same here.
I mean, it's a good thing I got my the shows I do like on TV on DVR, because sometimes I just get to watching so many YouTube videos. I'm like, dang, I didn't get to any of my shows. And this is the last season for The Walking Dead, so I can't miss any.
Dang,
I didn't expect Walking Dead to be long around forever.
I don't think they expected it either.
You can only kill so many zombies.
But that's what it is. It's not about the zombies. That's why they've lasted. It's not about, the zombies. It's actually about the people and surviving. They actually kill each other, like.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah. I mean, they had a couple seasons that kind of were like, I don't think they're going to last, but they pulled through. I thought it's always been well written. I was actually raised on zombies. My mother was a zombie fan. I was watching zombie movies probably since before I could talk. Starting with Night of the Living Dead. So I've seen them all, every single one of them. Even to this day, I watch the new ones that come out. Can't help myself. Some of them really suck, but I still gotta watch them. So I was I checked it out when it first started. Probably very first episode, I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
You got the right writing team, you got the right actors. None of them were big superstars, which was made it nice to watch it that way too. Because then you weren't thinking, oh, look, I'm looking at Brad Pitt, like.
Yeah.
It's so it was good.
Wasn't that Z Nation with Brad?
Oh, Z Nation. I love Z Nation. So
that was a good movie. I liked I Am Legend too.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I fizzled out on The Walking Dead, and sorry for any spoilers, but right around when Carl died is when
they had to let that boy off that show. He was not 13 anymore.
Yeah.
He had a 5 o'clock shadow while he was his character's dying at 14 years old.
Yeah.
Because everybody was upset. Why? I'm like, because the kid's like 18. He looks like he's 23.
Yeah.
He's not one of the kids that age, and look young still.
Yeah.
So they had to let his character go. But no, it's still good. I mean, like I said, there's been episodes you can tell other people wrote. Yeah.
Yep.
But I like special effects makeup. I do it, so that's actually why I watched it. So
and honestly, if you're into special effects makeup and not into zombies, like, I don't know, I think they kind of coincide or go hand in hand for sure. And they did a great job. The show did a fantastic job.
Yeah. I could see the masks in the back because the extras way in the back are wearing masks, and I could see that they're masks. But his special effects in the foreground, man, those are. I would love to work under that guy.
Yeah.
And my little inexperienced, no education, and doing special effects, I just wing it. But that's how he got to where he's at. So
That's right.
yeah, that's something a little something I do too. Maybe I'll do a zombie hunt one day.
That'd be awesome, actually. You could, if you did ever bring it together and do some detecting and some zombie makeup, that'd be a lot of fun.
I think it would make everybody.
I'd dress up like a zombie. I'd do it.
Could you imagine like people driving by,
Right.
seeing a field full of, The Walking Dead, not to plug the TV show, but a bunch of zombies walking around.
Yeah. That might make the news. They could make the news.
Right.
I think so.
Well, you never know where they play God in some of these labs. You never know.
Yeah, here's something I know.
Yeah. That's hideous.
Yeah, that was something I did at the haunt. These are just quick things so I could run it after doing all the actors.
Oh yeah, that's slick. I love the smile. I love the teeth.
Yeah, that was just messing around. Like, it took like 10 minutes. So just to give you an idea, that's what, I like doing that.
Drum Detect said the detecting dead. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. We should do that. I'm serious. Find a nice big field, have like 50 people.
Yeah, a Walking Dead themed. Maybe you could get Daryl to show up.
Well, if I got Daryl to show up, then that would be all females in that detecting dead. I don't think Norman Reedus would. I don't know. He might like it. Who knows?
Yeah, he's a chill dude, and he does a lot of traveling and stuff like that. He might be down for it.
Yeah, show up on his motorcycle. Yeah, him and wait, he'd have to bring Negan.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, woo, woo.
So I guess it would be all girls and the detecting.
None of the boys would be invited.
all female zombies trying to impress Norman.
Right, yeah. Right. All female
Look,
zombies
it's Daryl
cleavage
and
out.
Negan.
Yeah.
That's my favorite clown, Patty.
Who's that?
Pennywise.
Oh, Pennywise? I do a good Pennywise too. Well, it depends on
Like
which
the
Pennywise.
gosh, now I'm drawing a blank, and I love him so much. The original Pennywise.
Tim Curry.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm ashamed I couldn't remember it. The Tim Curry Pennywise, sure, but the newer one, I was like, meh.
No.
Well, I like. Who's the guy in House of 1,000 Corpses?
Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Well, I know he directed.
Oh, you mean
it
the
and
actor dude?
produced it. The clown guy who played.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Yeah, I like
He was
that
creepy.
clown too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have to have sharp teeth to look evil.
Right.
Eric Looks for Gold said, the thought of a zombie trying to pinpoint kills me. Oh, Drum Detect changed it to Dead Dames Detecting. Yeah, I like that.
Dead Dames. There you go. Oh man.
That would be funny though. Especially if Daryl and Negan, the actors showed up and they were like, yeah,
I'm gonna
we'll
send
do that.
emails tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna send emails tonight. We'll get it started.
All female detectorists.
They probably wouldn't mind that one single bit.
No, they wouldn't. Have to email. Well, Norman Reedus, you could probably actually get to him himself. Like through.
I think
email.
so. Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not sure about what's his name.
I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, I can't either. But I don't know about him.
Yeah, he's pretty famous. Because
Well, so's
before he was
Norman.
Negan,
He's
yeah, he
famous.
was the. Well, I don't know if Norman Reedus from anything else, actually.
He was in what the heck was that movie? I can't remember the name of the movie. He was in a couple things. They weren't huge blockbusters or anything. The Walking Dead definitely made him.
Yeah.
His character made him.
Oh, well, he had another TV show. I never watched it that came out after that, where he was traveling around on his motorcycle.
Yeah. I forget what he called that.
I don't know why I didn't watch it. It looked great. I would have watched it. I just never got around to it.
Yeah, same here. I think I watched one episode.
Yeah.
He would meet up with different stars and ride bikes with them.
Yep.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. I forget what he called it though. What is Mayhem doing?
So are you going to any big hunts this year?
So
Big
far,
stock?
I'll probably if they have one in the fall, I'll be at it. I'm going to hang on. Come out swinging April 2nd over in Pennsylvania.
Okay. I've heard about that one.
Yeah. So it's not like big
believe
stock big.
I've heard about that one on Andy's show on Lost Boys.
Yeah. And I am going down to the dig stock in North Carolina, but I'm not actually participating because I couldn't get the whole week off.
There's actually a dig stock this year in Ohio.
Yeah, I don't know
Not
about
far from my house either.
Ottawa.
Gilboa, Ottawa area, yeah. At the Gilboa Quarry for diving.
Yeah, they're putting
treasure divers.
They're putting $5,000 worth of silver and gold in the quarry itself for divers.
Yeah, and they also are gonna have a land hunt too.
Yeah, they're having 10,000 in silver and gold and on the seated hunt on the farm across the way.
Yeah, no wonder it's so expensive.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to that one or not because I can't remember the dates. Then in April, I'm the following weekend. I'm actually driving down to Alabama. My friend bought some acreage down there by Huntsville, so I'll see what's going on down that way. And I don't know. I don't even remember. I know there's a few things I'm going to. I just don't remember. But the North Carolina one, I'm only going down for like a day and a half.
Can't meet up with Paul and Belinda again. They're in Georgia, right?
Yeah, they're in Georgia. They're northern Georgia.
Some good gold in the Carolinas. You might find a nugget while you're looking for bullets or something.
Well, I actually can't participate because it was $450 for one day or all days. Like, and I was like, I'm just gonna go down and hang out for the day.
Right. Yeah, I looked at the prices when they were on talking about it on Andy's show, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
That's a good deal. I mean, like for a week on somebody's farm or 5 days on somebody's farm. I mean, you could spend more than that going to Disney World for a weekend.
Oh, I grew up a mile from Disneyland. What makes you think I want to go to Disney World?
I'm just saying, like, if you put it in that perspective of going on vacation somewhere else,
right.
You're gonna spend probably equal amounts between lodging, getting there, and activities while you're there. So
it'd be almost $1,000 for Judy and I if she picked up a detector just to go for the event. Then there's fuel, then there's camping, then there's food.
Well, unfortunately for them, it's the event's happening when gas is at almost its peak. So that makes it a little tight on the budget.
Yeah.
But no, I gotta drive down for the day because I actually forgot my GoPro in Texas.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Yeah, it wasn't a bright move there, so it's being brought to North Carolina.
That's awesome that somebody would bring it up there. That's awesome.
Yeah, I said save the postage, just bring them with you. I'll drive down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to agree with Scott. And you'll have zero chances of finding a Racheal at Disneyland or Disney World for that matter.
Oh, I just realized you said the Boondock Saints. That's what Norman Reedus was in.
Yeah. I feel shamed for even forgetting that actually. That I
He didn't have a
pick that
giant
over-
role. He was like a secondary character.
Yeah.
Boondock Saints were two great movies.
Yeah.
They need a third. Wonder
I
if
believe they're talking about a third. Yeah.
Yeah. Mountaineer Michael said, and you gotta hate it when you leave stuff. So, that's not all I left. It's just the main thing I left was my I left some of the things I got at the treasure show and stuff.
Ohio Relic Hunter also just let us know that show is called Ride with Norman Reedus. He had to do a little bit of research for us. An American
okay.
travel series that premiered on AMC June 12th, 2016.
Jeez, has it
Thanks,
been that
Ohio.
long? Gosh, that was like almost 6 years ago.
I know. I was like, wow, it feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I thought it was like only a couple of years ago. Yeah, I can't believe I left my stuff in Texas, but that was pretty. Do you guys know who W.C. Jameson is?
No, I don't think so.
Well, he's an author and he's been on TV. He's pretty well known. Chris Altman knew who he was. I took a picture with him at the Texas Treasure Show, holding Chris Altman's books.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's written a lot of books. He's been like on different programs. He does music. I picked up one. He gave me one of his CDs.
Huh.
He's a real tall dude too. I don't remember what shows he's been on, but he's written a lot of books, and apparently a lot of people knew who he was. I didn't, but I figured that Chris Altman would, so I took that picture with him at the treasure show. He wrote a book called Treasure Hunter.
Was the music any good?
I didn't listen to it. He wrote a book called Treasure Hunter, a memoir of caches, curses, and confrontations. He's a professional treasure hunter.
I want to acknowledge a super chat from our friend Down East Detecting and Prospecting. $10 challenge. Throw $10 for what he does, even though he screws with my Oak Island time. Sorry about that, brother. Mr. Lodak, thank you for the super chat.
All right, W.C. Jameson has written about 36 books so far in the Buried Treasures of America series. And he was a consultant for the film National Treasure.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
cool. That wasn't
And
a
he's
bad Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah. And he's done some TV programs and stuff like that, but I didn't see what was in there. But apparently he's pretty well known, except for by us.
Given the opportunity, would you become a full-time treasure hunter?
No. No. I mean, I would like more freedom to do it, but not a full-time treasure hunter. I don't think there's much pay in that. Because
Yeah.
I would like to have more freedom to treasure hunt, job related. Like if I didn't have to work, I would like that better.
Yeah. Yeah.
right, have a fat wallet to be able to travel. But
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure professional treasure hunters are a lot like professional miners and stuff. They have a lot of overhead to pay for, and what they find goes to that overhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess he makes money performing, doing TV things and writing books and such like that, you know. So that's pretty cool. I didn't get a book because by the time I went to his table when we were packing up and he was already gone. I was like, dang it, I should have bought a book yesterday, but I mean I can get them on Amazon. But um Scott said, oh hell yeah, if some company pays him to go all over the world.
Yeah, I mean, if I had the opportunity, I'd jump on it. I'm not gonna lie. Even if it was just for a little bit of money, if somebody was paying for the travel and for the stay, I'd do it.
No, if somebody sponsored me, that's different.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But I
Yeah,
mean, like
grub
to be a
steak, yeah.
professional treasure hunter, no.
Definitely if they grub staked you and stuff, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, like if somebody sponsored me to go to an event, you know,
Yeah.
or to go, you know, with a group somewhere, that would be different. But
Yeah.
to be a professional treasure hunter, I don't think I think you would feel too much pressure.
Wouldn't
You
be
know, to
fun.
always be, you know, having to produce something, and we don't always find stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I would never be okay with seating or you know, placing fines. Like that would be a struggle for me too, because you're right. It's not always treasure, treasure, treasure. Um, so I would struggle because, you know, with TV, if you can't find it, they're gonna make you find something, and that bothers me. Yeah.
No, I'd rather find it or not. I mean, you know, I do have a few videos where I don't find anything.
Yep.
And surprisingly to me, because I would share them around and be like, yeah, don't watch it, go to sleep. If you're tired, watch this because it's boring. You know, because most of us, we want to see things being found and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's in the art of editing that actually makes me want to watch your video. I mean, if you're just like, you know, if your video is all this, look what I found. Look what I found. Look
Yep.
what I found. And there's nothing else going on. I kind of get bored. But
Yep.
you know, I had the same view duration and just as many views on those videos.
Mhm.
And there's absolutely nothing found. I think I found a weedy at the end of one of them. The other one was just because we found the cellar hole. So the whole video was about the cellar hole that we found. I mean, you know, there's like
I
no
was gonna say,
significant.
people do watch for you, you know, they watch to see what you're doing, see what you're saying, see if you crack
Yeah.
any jokes, you know. There are going to be a following of people that are watching for you and not for the fines.
Yeah, well, that's what they were watching then because there was nothing to be found, like nothing significant enough for, you know, to even keep my, you know, and I would joke and be like, yeah, don't watch this. I think with the last two, there was really nothing found on them. But, you know, I try to make the video still entertaining, you know, still something to watch anyway, you know, so I try. Apparently I'm doing all right that way.
You're right, Joel. Fines are the bonus, like us and Dano and I and Josie say and Rose. You know, it's not much the gold. The real gold's who we're with and where we go and things we do, and the gold and the treasure, the fines are the bonus.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, I'm by myself sometimes, so I gotta find, you know,
Right?
Yeah.
then the treasure is the treasure I find. But no, I enjoy going out with other people, and you know, it's one thing to find something really cool by yourself, but it's so much better to find it with someone else there.
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed. And Scott, you know, there are a lot of channels that do their filming where they film for 4, 6, 8, 10 weeks straight. So they are able to film the stuff that they find and make videos out of the stuff they find. So I would say Gypsy is probably in that category where they film for so long that they're going to be able to pull something together. But there are other shows and other people that, especially if it's I don't even know how to word this, you know, some producers and some TV channels where they don't film the same way, or they film year round, and when they do, they're gonna give you something to film whether you like it or not. So I'm not saying everybody that
No,
is a
no.
professional treasure hunter is seeding or anything like that, but there are definitely some
I
that
don't
are.
know about on the Diggers show, KG and Ringy's show, on you know, because they really didn't have much control over how the edit, you know, the producers wanted it to be seen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember watching it thinking they didn't really find, you know, squat, you know, like they
Yeah.
just, oh, they found a Rains guide and, you know, a piece of a horseshoe. So I think that those were the genuine finds. And Gypsy
Yeah.
said on like on Beyond Oak Island, the one episode, they didn't find anything. So the most recent one, she said that, you know, they had found the stuff, but you know, like if they had already got it out, they had to put it back so they could film getting it out.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
So they actually found it.
Yeah, I think that's acceptable too, though,
Yeah,
especially when
that's
it comes to
fine.
filming, to refilm, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends a lot on producers and how much they're filming and how they film it. So if they do bulk filming, 6, 8, 10 weeks, you're probably going to get a better show or more honest show. But I'm not trying to stick my foot in my mouth either. You know, I'm definitely not saying everybody does it, but there's definitely some channels out there, especially on YouTube, that does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty clean piece of silver you got out that clay. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't have enough to show you.
I'll call and raise you 10. Treasure hunting would be a great career. U.S. Yeah. If someone was paying me to do it, I would hate to rely totally on the treasure, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or if they don't focus that much on the treasure, then they do try to focus more on drama. I think I'd like that even less.
Well, you know, any type of show like that, they're focusing on drama, sis.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock. Rach, time flew by. And
did.
even with the hiccup, and all of you who came back, and those few who stayed waiting, thank you very much. And those who gave super chats. Oh my goodness, my friends. Thank you, Down East Detecting, Bob Drake. Thank you, Mr. Lodak. Thank you, Gold Pro Unlimited. Top Cat, the hostess of the mostest in the motherland, or the host with the most in the motherland. Thank you, brother. I have to give you all a nuclear thanks for the super chat.
Thanks for the super chat.
Greatly appreciated, my friends. I'm not sure. I think it was because I was messing around too much in my encoder, doing things I should have did yesterday and stuff. But I appreciate you hanging out and staying with us. Thank you, Don G. Thank you. Sis, thank you for joining us again tonight.
Well, thanks for inviting me, Ed.
Oh, you're more than welcome. I do hope to see you at another. It sounds like you might be coming to Gold Rush Days again this year, maybe.
Yeah, I made sure this year. I took those September. You know, I took 2 weeks in September. So.
Heck yeah, another big encampment.
All right. We're gonna have to make sure we can get some room for people this time. Last year we were in the vending area and selling stuff, and it was kind of hard to stick other people in there.
Yeah.
When you came, it was great. We had that whole lower end.
Yeah, it was nice.
We had a big area that year.
Yeah.
Mr. Lodak, it wasn't the $20 challenge. Show off, Todd. Thanks, brothers. Thanks, all of you. Thanks again, Rach. Great seeing you. I look forward to seeing you on the stream again, or maybe in a field sometime too. Have to
Yeah.
work on some permissions for metal detecting.
Yeah, I'm always up for a trip on a weekend out to Ohio.
Excellent, excellent. Rose, thanks for being with us. I know you were tuckered out last night. Oh, you guys get another nuclear. Bam. Oh, it won't let me. There it is. Ah. And to hear me say it again, thanks for the super chat. Love you all. Dano, thank you. I'm glad your work allowed you to make it this week. Um, maybe ToledoJess will be with us next week. Hopefully, it's the whole crew. Thank you, Terry. Yep, great guest, good friend, great friend. Patty, welcome to the Flash fam. LL, welcome to the Flash fam. All the newcomers. And keep an eye out for a giveaway after I reach 5K. And my good friend Liz, the Digging Connect, is on a drive for 5K also. So check her out. You'd love her live streams. You'd enjoy her videos. She has a really, really cool series going on. She's working really hard on now also. It's the Canadians' involvement in the War of the States in our Civil War. It's been a really cool series. She's put a lot of hard work into it. Um, Next week we're having Nugget Brain Wayne Peterson. He was on Gold Rush for a season or a short time. He's the president of Worldwide Association of Treasure Seekers, along with Detectorist and a detector smith, mechanic, whatever, a guy who fixes detectors. Keith Wills, I believe he's also involved with watts.org. Their website's not active now, but they moved it all over to Facebook. But it should be a good show. We'll get some stories out of those guys, I'm sure. I'm sure Wayne will talk about his Nugget Brain Challenge, I'm sure. Try and
Hey,
talk.
can I shamelessly plug myself?
Huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm on a drive for 5.2, but 500.
you can do it.
Because I still feel I should have been a grand overnight, but that is 500 right there. So y'all get me to 500, you got a chance at that.
Ooh.
Goodness.
A half gram of gold.
Yeah, you'll get there quick, lickety split. If you're not yet subscribed to my friend JrzyRae Digs, the link is down in the description. I'm sure Mr. Lodak or one of our other moderators will throw out her link for us. Hit her up, watch what she has to offer, and if you like what you see, by all means, subscribe, let her know you heard about her on tonight's show, and you'll get there soon.
I know.
You can
I just want to
email
do community
that. You
posts.
can email that bar to, or I mean, mail that bar to PO Box.
I just think if I'm doing this for 500, what am I going to do for 1,000?
Right, right. Oh my goodness.
Brewer's 20 away from 300.
No, no, no. I don't want to lose my channel, Bill. have Wayne do the Nugget Brain Challenge live. No, no, no. Jeez, that'd be a long live stream. We'd have to wait till he pooped it out. Then we'd have to watch him pan it and eat it. Ugh, just thinking of it.
And repeat and repeat.
And repeat and repeat. No doubt. Oh, everybody, it's been fun. Sorry for the hiccup during the show. I greatly appreciate you all hanging out. Until next week, may you always have a flash in your pan.
You know what he's gonna say next.
I was gonna add, or a strong beep under your coil. And you heard her. That's right, because it happens, right, Rach?
What's that?
Right, Rose?
Yeah.
Right, HD, Top Cat? Bill? Not you yet, Jeff. Maybe one day too. We'll meet you on the river. You were supposed to say, yes, it does happen.
Yes.
Because we did meet on the river.
Yes, we did.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great week. Till next time, we're out of here. Now, where'd my ending credits go?
CP time.
There it is. Good night, everybody. God bless. Love you all.
Out of here.
Yes, we are. Good thing I gotta go to the little boys' room. Thanks again to all the super chatters. You all are awesome. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.